My first initial thought was this is just another deployment for us to go on. This is another tool for the toolbox. I've done a MEU, I've done the combat deployments. I've been in for almost 10 years now, and I haven't made it to Okinawa, so this is my first trip to Okinawa. So some good training experiences out here. So I've got 43 of the best Americans out here with me. So I plan on making them the most lethal fighting force there are out here. So tell them be ready for anything, be ready to go anywhere. I think we came here ready to take on any mission the Marine Corps gave us, but there's always room for improvement. So I take these next 6 months, and like I said, we're going to train these Marines to make the most lethal fighting force that there is. It's one of the hardest things you're ever going to do, is to kiss your wife and children goodbye as you leave for 6 months, going into basically the unknown. All right. Going to Okinawa, that's the only known factor in the entire entity. You know, once we're here, we can go anywhere at any time. So it's definitely one of the hardest things you're ever going to do, is kiss your wife and children goodbye, not knowing what the next step might be. Absolutely. We have our family readiness officer back there, Mark Saman. He keeps our families well informed, and couldn't ask for a better fro back there to take things on the home front for us, keep everybody in the loop back at home. Liberty-wise, I mean, it's definitely a large culture shock. You know, I've got 18-year-old Americans here with me that have never left their hometowns other than Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. So I think it's going to be a culture shock for a lot of them, but I think it's going to be a great experience all the way around. Absolutely. It's their first deployment. With most of them, it's their first deployment. I've got one senior sergeant here with me. This is his third time to Okinawa. So I think they're excited about being here. I guess what I'm most excited about is being on basically the brink of the unknown and waiting for that call to come down, and then for us to execute that plan. I think they'll work fine with it. I've worked in the partnership capacity before on combat deployments, and I think there's no real change there, other than, you know, we're bringing the best of democracy and military training to these foreign countries, and basically giving them everything that we know and teaching them our TTPs and making it a more well-rounded fighting force.
6-month deployment to Okinawa, UDP. Just curious on what our missions would be and what all it entails, I guess. And that's what I signed up to do. I'm aware that I would be leaving. I mean, I just got back at last January from a deployment, so I knew I had about a year, so it was expected. I'm married and I have a 2-week-old son. Absolutely. I mean, it's hard on them when I leave, especially my wife being I have a 2-week-old son, like I said. But they understand. They expect it. So I'm looking forward to doing some the JWTC Jungle Warfare Training Center with my squad. I mean, I've never done anything in the jungle before, so that should be pretty cool. All right, so like LF Carrados, just go to a couple different countries on that, so that should be neat to get some more cultural differences in my life and figure that stuff out, so that should be cool. I heard the swimming's good, it's good snorkeling, nice beaches. Heard you get to work with a lot of good militaries too, so I'm looking forward to that. Heard the food's good, it's nice gyms, so that's about it. I mean, I'm sure, I would hope so. I mean, absolutely, we're doing a bunch of different training evolutions, working with a bunch of different militaries, so there's a lot to be learned, so I'm sure I'll take away a lot from it.
Would you say you're excited about being here?
Absolutely. I mean, it's always tough leaving your family and everything, but I love new experiences, new countries, new cultures, learning more about my job, working in the jungle. I've never done that before, so I'm pretty excited to learn different techniques and whatnot.
I was excited. There's obviously a lot of training opportunities on a UDP, as well as a lot of opportunities to bounce around Southeast Asia, see a lot of different countries. So I think that's good for the Marines in the company. Every Marine in the battalion will be going through the jungle warfare training package as well as an EOTG package. So we'll be developing those jungle survival skills as well as the patrolling ability in the jungle. Apart from that, each company is going to be splitting off, going to mainland Japan to train on Fuji, as well as over to Korea for KMAP or LF Karat. So on top of their the training that they'll be doing, they'll be getting that partnership and training with some of our allied countries. I think they're excited for it. It's always good to see who else we're partnered with around the world, how they train, how they do things, and it's a good opportunity for us to kind of get some face-to-face time with them and find some common ground and some stuff that we do and some stuff that they do. One of the perks of coming out here is getting to get outside your comfort zone, see some new places, meet some new people that you never find over at Camp Lejeune. Obviously all the Marines will be closer after doing a whole deployment together, and I'd say that we'll all be have a better understanding of kind of this side of the world and some of the nations that we work with as well.